Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Either way, new or old, I'm happy to have you. But let's jump right into the video. I am going to get started because I have a unboxing for you guys from the brand Madam Glam New York. So if you don't know anything about Madam Glam, their polishes are vegan, cruelty-free, palm oil free, 21 free, and HEMA free, as you can see on this box. All of their products you can find at madamglam.com, which I have of course linked in the description box down below for you. So let's go ahead and see what's in this box. Inside, it's the 3 polish colors that I selected from their website. They provided a base coat and a top coat, and then they also sent over this mini UV LED lamp. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox that first so we can see what it looks like, because I'm curious as well. So inside the box, we have our cord that's going to plug from the lamp into a power source. This is a USB to micro USB cord. So this is going to plug into any adapter you probably have laying around your house, because this box does not contain the adapter piece that goes from the USB into the wall. So taking a look at the light, it does have the one button that goes on and off. It also has legs so that it can stand on its own, and we're going to use it later in the video. I'm going to show you guys the colors I picked out. This is a beautiful neon orange. It's called Screaming Summer, and this is the one I was the most excited for because I love a good neon orange. Then I also selected this yellow, which is called Mimosa. And then the last color we have here is the Rule Maker, which is a pink shade. They also sent over their no wipe top coat and then their soak off base coat. So we'll be using all of that in today's video. Here's a card that shows you how to use the polishes, how to basically do your manicure so that it lasts. And it gives you like a little bit of information about Madam Glam. So now that we have taken everything out of the box, let's go ahead and jump into the swatches. So starting off with the base coat. Now I know that this is obviously going to be clear. I'm not going to swatch this, but I am going to open the bottle to show you the consistency of the polish. As you can see here, the gel base coat is not liquidy. It's not dripping everywhere, but it's also not thick, so it's not going to be hard to work with. So all of their polishes also have the color inside of the cap, so I wanted to show you that this one is clear since it is a base coat. So next we have the top coat, and this is also clear, but I'm just opening it again to show you what the consistency is like. It is the exact same as the base coat. Jumping into the actual color swatches, I'm going to start off with the Rule Maker. Their website describes this as a dramatic pink shade, but to me, it's giving like pink purple, but more on the side of purple. So I'm gonna open this so you guys can see and judge for yourselves, and then I'm also gonna swatch it, and you'll see why I think it's more like leaning purple, but I understand why it's classified as a pink. Now we're going to move on to the yellow shade Mimosa, which is described on their website as just being a yellow. And I do think it's slightly brighter than your typical yellow. Like, to me, it's not necessarily neon, but it's not like yellow. So it's giving bright yellow. So I saved this shade for last because honestly I am the most excited about it because I love neon colors. This shade is Screaming Summer, and it is described as a super neon pumpkin orange, and I think that is absolutely perfect for this polish because that's exactly what it is. But this one is pure neon orange, and it's exactly what I've been looking for, which is why I am so excited about it, and I'm so excited to swatch it here today. So here are the 3 colors together. They are so pretty and they definitely give summer vibes. Each of these swatch sticks has 2 coats of the polish as well as the top coat. Now 2 coats of these polishes is not needed. I did feel like I got good coverage with 1 coat, but I wanted to keep things consistent on my channel, and you guys know when I do swatches I always do at least 2 coats. So with that being said, if you did want to purchase any polishes from Madam Glam, I have linked their website down in the description box, and I also have a 35% off discount code for you guys to use because we all know I love a good saving of the coin, and I'm sure you do too. So I am going to go right into the tutorial. I wanted to give my nails a break from Gel X for a little bit, so I am going to be making press-ons for today's video. The tips I am using are from Beetles. You can get these on Amazon. This is going to be in their square long shape. Then I'm going to be taking this nude color from D&D called So Damn Fly and using this as the base color for my French tips. I did unbox this a couple of videos ago and you can check that video out here. So before I get started, I am going to mark where I want my smile line to be. I'm just going across and I'm just dragging my brush in what I think to be a straight line. That way my smile lines will be consistent on each of the nails. Once I've done that, I'm just going to begin drawing my French tips. When it comes to drawing French tips, some days I can get it done super fast. Other days it takes me forever. And today it took me forever. Like, it makes no sense. But you know what? It is what it is. When I'm drawing the French tips here, I'm making sure that I'm keeping that nude pink polish towards the bottom of the nail and not going above the smile line because I need the top of the tip to remain clear for the next steps in the design. Now that I have my smile lines looking decent, I am going to go ahead and fill in the empty space with my brush from the polish bottle. I choose to use the brush from the polish bottle for this part because it is a lot wider than that thin liner brush, so it's going to cover more space and it's going to help this part of the process go by a lot quicker. So before I cure, I am going to be taking a flat brush. I actually got this one from Michael's and I'm pretty sure it's a paintbrush, but I really like it. I will link it if I can find it. And I'm just going to clean up my lines with some alcohol. And that way, if I accidentally went outside the line, I can just easily clean it up. So once I'm done cleaning everything up, now I can cure this in my lamp for 60 seconds. So I always like for my base colors to have at least 2 coats. And so I'm going to go ahead and apply a second coat here. And then once I'm done, I'm going to cure in my lamp again for another 60 seconds. So here are what the nails are looking like after I have drawn the French tips and applied 2 coats of that base color. What I'm going to do next is just take a lint-free wipe and some alcohol. I am cleaning off the nails before I move on to the next steps because I do want the top of the tip to be as clear as possible. And the best way to do that is to make sure there's no lint, there's no dust, there's nothing here. So next I am going to be taking this base coat here and using this in place of a blooming gel. If you don't know blooming gel, you can actually just use a base coat and it gives a very similar effect. The only difference is that when you use base coat, the colors bloom a lot slower, so you do have a little bit more control of where the colors go. Blooming gel typically works a lot faster in my opinion. So I'm going to apply the base coat only to the part of the extension that is clear. Next, I'm going to be taking all 3 of those colors from earlier, so Mimosa, Screaming Summer, and the Rule Maker, and I'm going to place them on my palette because I'm going to be doing a marbling type effect. Instead of just throwing these on the nail directly from the polish bottle, it's better to place them on a flat surface or a palette so that you can mix them together. So what I'm doing is literally scooping up the yellow and the orange and then grabbing a dot of that purple shade because I don't want it to be too overpowering because it is darker than the yellow and the orange. And I'm just going to place this on top of that base coat and let the polish move on its own. So here all we're doing is letting the brush do all the work. There's no thought that really has to go into this process. You just throw the colors on to the nail and they're going to bloom out themselves and give this cool water marbling, blooming gel, blown glass, whatever you want to call it, effect. I really enjoy doing designs like this because it's very relaxing to me to not have to think. I know that sounds crazy, but you really just let the colors do its own thing. And it's also very satisfying sitting there and watching the colors bloom on their own. So since the gel is not cured, you can see here how it has started to migrate down to the pink part of the nail. And of course we don't want it there. So to clean that up, I am going to take a flat brush and dip it in some alcohol and then just swipe it off. So after I'm done cleaning off the nails, I am going to do one final look through to make sure nothing migrated again. And once everything looks good, I am going to go ahead and cure this layer in my lamp for about 45 seconds. Okay, so here's what the first layer of marbling looks like. I do want to add like a little bit more yellow in certain places and a little bit more orange and just play around with it a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is do the process again, basically taking my base coat, laying it down, and then I'm going to place whatever color I want in the areas that I just want to add more color. So here I want to add more yellow and I'm just throwing it on there. You just repeat this process over and over until you have it the way you want. Okay, so I'm loving the way these look right now. I really love these three colors together. Since I'm satisfied with the way things are looking, I am going to go in with the no white top coat and apply that on top of each of the nails. So here are what the nails look like done. I really like these nails. I'm gonna go ahead and pop them on so that you can see what they look like in natural lighting. And here they are. So if you enjoyed today's tutorial, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Let me know how you think, let me know what you feel. And on your way out, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any tutorials in the future. And I will see you in the next video.